So I'm gonna kind of show you what I see from this video. So at peak leg lift, you can see that Daniel is got that bend in his knee. Okay, this is gonna hurt him as far as velo later down on in the delivery. Just off rip, I want to see that leg a little bit taller. I want to see something more like this angle. So right now he's like this. He's bent at about 142 degrees. I want to see it between 170 and 180. So if not almost straight up top. I want to keep that leg extended. That way we can see here that, so from peak leg lift, to the final, as low as, the bottom of the drop, we go from 138 degrees to about 100 degrees. So if we can be at that 100-degree angle, instead of dropping 38 degrees, if we start close to 170, 180, now we're dropping like 70, 80 degrees, which that significant drop. See, it's easy to see when you actually measure it, but when we're not actually measuring it, it doesn't look like it's very significant. But that little bit of bend he gets at the top is killing half of what he's getting out of his drop. Okay, so as far as the drop is concerned, I really like the depth of the drop. The problem is that we're killing it up top before the drop even happens, just on the leg kick. So I really, really want to see him stay taller. That would have gave him some more velo. Going into the rotation, it's kind of hard to see where his foot lands, but just knowing Daniel, this is probably where it lands. So rotation's good. We can see that he's starting to get that direction. Those hips are starting to clear around towards the catcher, but still could clear more, but he's also not the most flexible. So separation wise, by the time that hip is fully cleared, he's already let go of the baseball. So there's really no separation at all on this throw. But that's all pieces that come from likely losing so much on the drop, because that drops the accelerator that accelerates us to the zone. So the faster we move, it's easier to get into our rotation and separation phase because it's quicker. So the body moving fast really does play a big piece in that. And the fact that he's hurting a lot of that speed with his body moving, not even just his arm, just his body's not moving as fast as it could be with a more significant drop. It's gonna hurt that rotation phase and the separation, because that's where that hip fully clears, right here at 90, as he's letting go of the baseball. I would ideally like to see that arm here. So we can see that his arm is like right there. I like to see that arm when that hip is right here. So the hip is fully at 90 right there. Okay, I'd like to see that arm be back here. That's separation. That's what's gonna cause that separation. Once that hip is fully at 90 degrees, that's when we're creating that separation. That's true separation, because that's our hips going forward and it's creating as much tension as possible in our core. And I think that him being able to move faster down the mound with that lower half by just delaying that drop is going to help with that a lot. But other than that, I mean, I heard he did pretty good. Had a lot of life to his fastball, had some good sweep to that slider. But just from what I can see, and I'll go into the second throw, but it's probably, if I had to guess, it was like that the whole outing or the whole pen. Yeah, see, we reached top of the leg kick, and I mean, we can measure it just to see it. But I mean, you can see without even the exact measurements that he is still significantly bent. Yeah, so about the same, 130. So about the same bend as the first throw. So, like I said, ideally, I'd like to see that be more in this area, right there, like between 170 and 180. But I mean, other than that, like, I'm glad that he had a pretty good little bullpen in front of him. But as far as things that I see were hindering him was just, it's that holding that leg up top on the leg kick. Needs to delay that drop. We can see he's dropping from here. He's dropping on the leg kick. Wherein I need that drop to happen. Start dropping now. That's when we start dropping. If he can be in this leg position right here, that back leg right here, if he can hold that height, honestly, but we see he folds top of the leg kick. It needs to be at the bottom of the leg kick, more right here when that happens. Okay.